boys and girls, these are your directions for your rock, okay? In your bag that your parents picked up, you have a white rock. I only had gray rocks at my house. But what I wanted to do is show you the directions so that way if you needed to go out and get any materials for your decorating, you can do that. I think you will have everything you need at home, but just in case. So the first thing that you're going to do before you decide on the design or anything is you're going to decide which part is going to be resting on the ground. And so as you can see, like my rock, it's flat on the bottom and then it's rounded on top. The bottom is where you're going to put your name. You're going to get a Sharpie marker. It has to be a permanent marker, okay? And you might even want to have your parents do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write my first name and then my last initial. So the first letter of my last name and then a period. I'm not going to write my whole name, okay? Because we just don't want our last name on it. And then you're going to put the date. So if you have a hard time writing really small or you don't think you'll be able to fit it, then have mom or dad do it, okay? So I'm just going to put my first name. Normally I would just put Mrs. Albertson, but I want to demonstrate to you or model to you how this should be done. Okay, so I'm going to put my name and my first name and then my first initial, A for Albertson, and then a period. And then I'm going to put the date. Today is May, so 5 for May, and then 26, and then 20 for 2020. Okay? All my rocks have the date on them, so that way we can tell which kindergarten class they came from. We don't want to put our last name, remember, just the first initial. So then you flip it over, okay? And so what do we put on top? So if you have paint at home, and it has to be acrylic paint, or your parents can spray paint it, just the top layer, and then you're going to want to decorate it with something. And so this is what you're allowed to decorate it with. Do you remember when we talked about the symbols of the fruits of the Holy Spirit? Well, that's what you're going to use. So each symbol represents a different fruit, and you can pick the one that you feel most comfortable painting on there, or you can pick the one that you think you have the most of that fruit. So we have love is a heart, joy, a smiley face, a dove carrying a fig leaf is peace, or olive branch, sorry. Patience is a clock. Kindness is a hand with a heart inside of it. Goodness is a heart with a halo, like an angel. And then faithfulness is a cross next to the Holy Spirit heart, burning heart. And then gentleness is a lamb, and self-control is a lock, okay? So whatever of those speak to you, you can do. And I love all of you. So what I'm going to do is I actually don't have any acrylic paint at home. I have them all in my classroom. But something that if you have nail polish and your mom says it's okay for you to use it, then you can use that, and that will actually do a really good job. It'll stick to it very well, even on top of other paint. So if you wanted to paint it base layer, let it dry, and then come back and do that. But don't do it the day of the tea party, because I don't want to be holding some wet rocks, okay? So you want to do it sometime this week, either Tuesday, that's today, or tomorrow, or Thursday, and then let it have time to dry before you hand it off to me. You don't want to carry a wet rock in the car, okay? And you definitely want to bring it to me, because then your little self and your fruit of your Holy Spirit will be in my little rock garden that I'm cleaning up this week. So it'll be all ready, and you can come visit it when you're older. And a lot of you guys have brothers and sisters that were in my class, and their rocks are there too. They might be covered with leaves right now, but I'm going to go find them all and make sure that they're all out there and looking good for everybody to see. Okay, and see, as you can see, the nail polish does a really good job. And then the trick is just to leave it alone. Okay, so once you have your symbol, set it outside to dry, or just set it on a shelf to dry, so that way you it'll be ready for the garden. Okay, that's it.